In this video, we'll be finding the nth term of a geometric sequence. Now, the question reads, Julian sees a band at a concert. He posts a link for the band's website on his social network page. 5 of his friends repost the link, and then 5 of each of their friends repost the link, and so on. If the pattern continues, how many people will post the link on the 8th round? So we're trying to find the nth term of the video link that has been posted. So right after Julian posts the link to his page, 5 of his friends repost the link. All right. So that means that for the first round of reposting, and therefore that is our first term, A1, it will be 5 for those 5 friends that post. After that, we find that every cycle, there's a new round of 5 friends that are reposting from the original 5. And therefore, each round, there's a multiplier by 5. So we can expect our common ratio, R, to equal 5 as well. All right. So using the formula that we have for the geometric sequence, which is A sub n equals A sub 1 times R to the n minus 1 power, right? We can use this to find the number of people that will repost during the 8th round, all right? Now, we already know the number of people who posted for the first round. Well, that's 5 reposts. And therefore, if we're trying to find the 8th round, well, that means that we have to multiply by 5 7 times. So as we go through our formula, we're trying to find A sub 8, and that equals A sub 1 times R to the 8 minus 1 power. A sub 8 is going to be A sub 1 times R to the 7th power. And that makes sense because we're multiplying 7 times. All right, well, let's put in our values now. A sub 8 will equal our A sub 1, which is 5, times our R, which is 5 to the 7th power. All right, so we have 5 times 5 to the 7th power, and that gives us 390,625. All right, so that means that on the 8th round of reposting, there will be 390,625 students who repost. Let's see another question. Dean is making a family tree for his grandfather. He was able to trace many generations. If Dean could trace his family back 10 generations, how many ancestors are there in the 10th generation back? Well, let's think about this. When we're talking about our ancestry, starting with yourself, above you are your parents. And therefore, going up 1 generation, well, you start off with 2 individuals. And therefore, our initial value should be 2, referring to Dean's mother and father. Let's say we continue to trace generations back. Every child has 2 parents, and therefore the multiplier from generation to generation will be 2. Well, that makes our common ratio R equal to 2. Well, that's helpful. If we use our formula for the geometric sequence, we know that A sub n equals A sub 1 times R to the n minus 1 power. And we're trying to find the 10th generation. So in this case, n equals 10. So A sub 10 will equal A sub 1 times R to the 10 minus 1. That means a sub 10 equals a sub 1 times r to the 9th. All right, well, let's do our substitutions for the values that we already have. A sub 10 will equal 2 times 2 to the 9th power. 2 times 2 to the 9th power. And that gives us a value for the number of ancestors in the 10th generation will be 1,024.